Hello everybody, thanks for joining our live stream. We're just going to give folks a couple minutes to join and then we'll get started. Such a crowd. Stoked to have you all viewing our live stream right now. We're going to give everybody a couple more minutes to join and then we will get started. Already got some folks excited to see our seals. We are excited for you to see them as well. All right, I am going to bring you over to Michelle to start us off.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Michelle Rivard. I'm the veterinarian here at SR3, and we also have Rietta with us today, who's one of our awesome animal care specialists. So we have a real treat for you today. We're going to show you the patients that we have in care. So we have 5 Harbor Seal pups in care, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about what they eat, how we progress them from formula onto fish, and fish school. So we have a lot of fun in store for you today. So right now we're in the fish kitchen at our rehab facility. So this is one of the busier places, especially at this time of the season. And what we're going to do is have Rietta show you how to make Harbor Seal formula. So this is the first item that our patients are usually fed when they come into care. So before they learn to eat fish, they eat this delicious Harbor Seal formula.
Hi everyone, I'm Rietta. I'm one of the animal care specialists here at the hospital, and like Michelle said, I'm going to be making Harbor Seal formula. This is got 3 ingredients into our Harbor Seal formula. The first ingredients we add are water to rehydrate the powdered milk matrix, and we add salmon oil to add increased nutrients and fat content and calories for these seals that need to grow big and healthy and fat. And then we have our powdered milk matrix. This is specially formulated for seals, and it's kind of like a baby formula for milk, but it's made specifically for harbor seals, or for seals in general, and it's really high fat content. So out in the wild, harbor seals would be nursing with their moms for about 4 to 6 weeks on average, and their mom's milk is really, really high fat content. It's about 40 to 50% fat, which is really dense, and so we need to replace that when they come into us when they'd still be in that age group where they'd be nursing with their moms, so we need to give them something to replace it. So that's what we use for this. And so we'll add that in and mix it all together and make a lovely, delicious salmon oil Harbor Seal formula for them. So this will get fed to those babies that are in that 4 to 6 week old age group. And once they're old enough and big enough, they'll get sent through what we call fish school, where they'll learn to eat whole fish before getting released out into the wild. So I'll send you back on over to Michelle to learn a little bit more about fish.
All right, so like Rietta said, our Harbor Seal pups are usually on formula for about 4 weeks, because that's around the time that they would wean from mom. So after we transition them from formula to fish, we go through a process called fish school. So that's when we're teaching the animals how to eat, teaching them that fish is food, and that looks a little different for each animal depending on how advanced the seal is. Sometimes the pups will jump right in the pool and start eating fish, and sometimes they need a little bit of help along the way. So the fish that we feed our pups here is herring, delicious. It's very high in fat and in calories, so that helps the Harbor Seal pups who are in care for malnutrition to gain weight quickly. And herring is quite expensive. Fish has actually doubled in cost this year, so it costs about $10 a day to feed one harbor seal pup. So if you are able to donate, we would really appreciate it. It helps to feed these animals that are in our care and get them out into the wild and give them a second chance that much more quickly. So, and if you donate today, you're actually entered in a raffle to win a prize from Patagonia. So Rachel has some of the prizes over here that she can show you.
Hey everybody, yeah, so Patagonia, our friends have given us some awesome prizes. If you guys are able to donate today, you could win this hat with the Patagonia logo on it, this awesome cube that stores all different kinds of essentials inside. Both of these products are made with recycled fishing nets, which is also very cool. And then we have the logo frisbee here as well. So if you're able to make a donation today, you'll be entered in a raffle to win these 3 prizes we'll be giving away at the end of this event, and we'll be drawing the winners live on here in just a few minutes. Are you guys ready to go out and feed our patients?
Lunchtime.
Okay. Anybody has any questions while we're walking to go feed the seals, please jump in with any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. Can you tell us while we're on the way, Michelle, about how much do the pups weigh when they're born or when they usually arrive here?
Yeah, that's due to malnutrition and maternal separation. So what we see happen is if a harbor seal and her pup get separated, sometimes it's by dogs, human interaction, they startle quite easily. A mom will actually abandon her pup, and if that pup is still dependent on mom for milk and nutrition, those pups can lose weight pretty quickly. So those are the animals that we have in care right now, where those calories and that nutrition, they should weigh 10 to 15 kilograms when they're born, but we usually see patients that are much smaller.
Awesome. And we have some people donating to help feed the patients. Thank you so much, JM and Maggie, for donating to help. You guys are awesome. It looks like we might be having some connectivity issues. Are we back up and running, Kate, or are we?
I think we should be good to go.
Okay. Sorry about that,
Hopefully
everybody.
you guys caught the end of it.
Yeah, so again, if anybody missed questions, please feel free to ask questions throughout as we're going along. We'll be happy to answer any questions. I think we're back up and running. Try, if it's frozen, try hitting refresh. And again, thank you to everyone who's donating. Maggie, it looks like Kathy and Alina have donated as well. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
So do we want to keep going on to the
tent? We're about to head into the tent, and Rietta's going to perform fish school with one of our harbor seal patients. So he's in the midst of learning how to eat fish. So you'll see her tongue feeding him and guiding a fish through the water to stimulate him to chase that fish and stimulate that prey drive a little bit. So we're going into our harbor seal nursery area, and when we're in there around the animals, what we don't want to do is speak much, because we don't want them to get used to humans or to habituate. So when we're in the tent, we'll show you the videos of the animals, but we just won't be speaking much while we're in there. Alright, so this is our harbor seal nursery area. And we'll see if harbor seal Taurus is ready for some fish. make our way over here. All right, so if everyone's just tuning in, welcome. We are here at SR3, our rehabilitation hospital in Des Moines, and we have 5 Harbor Seal pups who are currently in care. All of the pups were rescued because they were separated from mom, and they were really thin and malnourished and unable to forage on their own. So we have pups here that are at different stages of rehabilitation, some that are still being tube-fed formula, and some that are already free-feeding fish all on their own, and they're just here to gain weight until they're big and healthy enough to survive in the wild. So Rietta and I are actually going to go up and feed some of those pups now. You just saw some of the littler animals who've been in care for not quite as long, who are still learning how to eat fish, and now we're going to go and feed the animals who've been here a little bit longer, who are nice, robust swimmers and have very healthy appetites. So one thing that you can do to help these harbor seals return to the wild and gain the weight that they need is by donating to feed them some of this nice, delicious, calorically dense herring. So we're gonna go up and feed them.
Yeah, we had a couple people ask in the tent, Michelle, how old are the 2 pups that we just saw in there?
The 2 pups that we just saw are a few different ages. So the smaller pup just came in this morning. He's probably only about a week old, if that. So he was separated from mom quite young. The other seal pup in there, Taurus, that you saw getting fish school, so he's probably anywhere between 3 to 4 weeks of age. So he's right around the time when he would start to wean, and that's why we're transitioning him onto fish, or working to transition him onto fish right now. These guys in the pool up here are a little bit older. Some are almost 2 months old.
And how long would they usually nurse and stay with their mom if they were in the wild?
In the wild, harbor seal pups nurse from mom for anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. Sometimes they will start to eat fish with mom a little sooner, but a majority of their diet is from mom's milk.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, lunchtime. I'm the Executive Director of SR3. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed watching the little ones chow down. Wanted to let you all know that this is going to be your last chance to make a donation to win one of those fabulous Patagonia prizes. Rachel, you want to bring those over here and I can show folks again what they might win. But thank you so much for all the donations you've already made, all the support that you give to SR3. We couldn't give these animals a second chance without you, so thank you again. Here's some of these prizes. Kate, I can't tell. Patagonia hats, really cool frisbee, and then you've got this little tote bag for all of your summer adventures. We have any other questions I can answer at this point?
Yeah, we've had quite a few questions. So someone was wondering, how many fish does each seal eat?
Oh, well, it depends a little bit on fish school. When they first start, they might have 1 or 2 fish. And then by the time they're the size of the guys you saw in the pool, they're getting anywhere from 5 to 6 fish per feed. So it can be upwards of 20 to 30 fish a day. And it's only going to go up from there as they get bigger and bigger before they go back out to the ocean.
And can you explain what the dots on their head are, Casey?
Yeah, the dots. Those help us learn who, or actually just to know who is who while they're in care with us. Sometimes they can all start to look very similar. We want to make sure that they get the right medication, they get the right amount of food. So it's just a way to identify them while they're in care. It does come off when they molt. Harbor seals lose their fur once a year, and that will just pop right off.
And somebody loved the enrichment toy they saw in there. And they want to know what other sorts of enrichment do we do for the seals?
Yeah, so we just had an enrichment fundraiser, I guess I'll call it, where a lot of our supporters helped us raise money to order some new enrichment items for them, such as floating squares where they can each try and haul out onto that, which is really nice because in the wild, that's what they're going to be doing, is finding different areas to haul out and utilizing that upper body strength that they need to gain while they're here. Things like underwater mirrors for them to inspect that are safe. We want to be really cautious that we don't use any items that might resemble something that could be harmful out in the wild, such as crab pot or fishing gear or rope, things like that. You might have seen the fake kelp that we have in the pool over there, and that's just something that they like to carry around and roll around in and seem to really enjoy that.
Somebody was just wondering, Casey, whether we still need boppy pillows donated.
Oh goodness, you guys have overwhelmed us with the boppy pillows. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. But I think for right now, we are all set on boppies. I'm sure we will do another call for those in the next season because harbor seal pups don't tend to be quite as gentle on them as humans are.
And we're getting lots of awesome donations. Thank you so much, Carmen, Jessica, Cindy, Maggie, Kim, and Grace, who all just donated to help feed these pups. You guys are awesome. We couldn't do this without you.
Yeah.
And another question we just got, Casey, was can you tell us about why harbor seals are important to the ecosystem?
Yeah, so they are a natural part of the ecosystem here in the Salish Sea and in the Pacific Ocean in general. And they eat upwards of anywhere from about 60 different species of fish. So they can actually help keep some of the species of fish that eat, say, our endangered salmon in check. So they kind of just help with those checks and balances. They're also a really important food source for transient killer whales or marine mammal eating killer whales. You may know that the number of those whales has increased over the past several years, and that's pretty exciting to see them returning to the Salish Sea more and more because their food source is plentiful. So a healthy harbor seal population is important for a lot of different reasons.
And Katie had asked us on the comments yesterday, actually, how does this year compare to last year regarding the number of seal pup patients that we have so far this year?
It's a great question. We've actually feel like we've had a little bit slower start to the season, and we're not sure if that might be due to environmental conditions. Maybe there's fewer people on the beaches with the colder weather that we had in June, which could potentially be great for the harbor seals. Maybe they've had a little more space to do their natural thing. Honestly though, we're not quite sure yet exactly what's going on. We might just be seeing some later births, so only time will tell.
Awesome. Okay, so somebody was just also asking about possibilities for remote volunteering or even internships with us. Can you talk a little about that?
Sure. We do internships twice a year. One starts in May and it's a 3-month internship, and another starts in August. They are full-time commitments and do require you to be on site at the hospital. We don't currently have any remote volunteer opportunities, but new projects and needs are coming up all the time. So as we get those, we will certainly advertise those on our website, and internships will be advertised early in 2023. So keep an eye on the website for that as well.
Okay, great. I think that got everybody's questions. So if
Great.
we want to do the drawing
Sure.
for the raffle prizes from everyone who
right.
donated.
Shake it up.
Should we do the hat first?
Okay.
How does that sound?
All
You
right,
want me to
this
grab
is for
those,
the
Michelle?
hat. We have Kathy Young.
Kathy
All right.
Young. Okay, she's
There
got
you
the
go,
hat.
Kathy. We'll make sure this gets to you. Reach out, comment, DM us so we can make sure to get your prize to you.
And then we'll do the frisbee.
Frisbee. All right. Carmen Melendez. All right.
Okay,
Carmen, Frisbee coming your way.
All right, and then the bag.
All right, this awesome tote bag. Thank you so much to Patagonia for donating this and helping support SR3. JM Law.
All right.
All right,
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you really enjoyed seeing the Harbor Seal pups. Thank you for your support. Please remember when you're out on the beaches this summer that you keep a good distance from these harbor seals, as far away as possible. The best place for them is in the wild with mom. But if you have any concerns or you're worried about them, please call the Stranding Network immediately so somebody can check on them. Stay safe out there and have a lovely summer. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you everybody for joining and donating, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.